Homelessness. Something every citizen witnesses almost daily. We notice it, but what do we do? What do we think? Do we even know why they've been put in that situation? Now, as much as we'd like to think, it doesn't happen because someone is lazy or chooses to make a rebellious move against their parents. Quite the opposite. It actually happens to those who have an unsteady physical or mental health issue, come from an abusive home, the inability to get a job, addiction, and not enough accessibility to affordable housing. There's around 235,000 Canadians who go through homelessness each year, and there are only around 15,000 shelter beds in Canada. And for every 100 homeless, about 20 to 30 of those people stay unsheltered each night. For the government, it's actually cheaper for them to build homes for the homeless instead of take care of the root problem going on. For the care of one homeless person with their mental health and physical care, along with interactions with the police, costs $53,000 per year. Going into Toronto, it doesn't have enough beds for all the homeless living there, but it does provide a wide spread of shelters that abide to different groups, such as men, women, families, youth, and those a part of the LGBTQ communities, providing them with safety, but not the love and care they deserve. In the Catholic Catechism, there are 7 notes on this matter alone. One states, "God blesses those who come to the aid of the poor and rebukes those who turn away from them. Give to him who begs from you. Do not refuse him who would borrow from you. Received without pay, give without pay. It is by what they have done for the poor that Jesus Christ will recognize his chosen ones." When the poor have the good news preached to them, it is a sign of Christ's presence. Knowing this gives everyone the opportunity to do the common good and follow the natural law, which was reiterated by Benedict XVI in 2010.
The Church raises her voice to defend the natural law and ethical principles that derive from anthropology and defending the interests of all humanity. The Pope reiterated these facts in his speech to Fernando Zegar Santa Cruz, Chile's new ambassador to the Holy See. Benedict XVI recalled the bicentennial of the independence of the Latin American country that was celebrated in 2010. He also stressed the positive contribution that the Church wants to provide to ensure the growth of all Chilean society. The Church works simply and effectively, the Pope said, to promote the common good, the right progress, and the peaceful and harmonious coexistence of all citizens. In this sense, the Church reaffirms the need to combat poverty, favors marriage between a man and a woman, and stresses the right of parents to choose an education for their children. These principles are derived from natural law and are in favor of all citizens.
Pope Francis also spoke about the homeless in 2015, stating, "Lack of housing is a grave problem in many parts of the world, both in rural areas and in large cities. Since state budgets usually cover only a small portion of the demand, not only the poor, but many other members of society as well find it difficult to own a home. Having a home has much to do with the sense of personal dignity and has the growth of families. Dignity being a common trait that is ripped away from the homeless. But what can we do? First thing is to educate yourself on this topic. Understanding why someone has become homeless is the first step to doing common good. Next is to show some respect. It seems to be that society takes it upon themselves to disrespect the homeless. Harassment happens often, getting treated like trash along with the simple gesture of ignoring someone. No eye contact, no acknowledgement, not treating them like they are humans. Something as small as a smile or good morning can make a big difference. Volunteer. Find places near you, like food banks, shelters, clothing drives. Some place that lets you do good for others. And donate. There are so many shelters and organizations that could use your money to help the homeless. Lastly, use technology. Your social media platforms. Let it be known to the world what is going on and how they can help. Here's a list of shelters in the Peel region you can donate or volunteer at. Thank you for listening, and I hope you choose